sweet, saucy, and ready to steal the spotlight on your plate. Whether it's breakfast, a smoky barbecue, or that midnight snack you crave when no one's watching, don't be fooled by their simple appearance, because baked beans and sausages carry an extraordinary journey from the farm to your fork. And trust me, once you learn how they're made, you'll never look at them the same way again. It all begins with a mighty machine harvesting haricot beans. Yes, the very beans that eventually become the soft, creamy base of baked beans. These small but powerful white beans are chosen for their ability to soak up every drop of flavor-packed sauce. But where do they come from? Surprisingly, Myanmar is the world's second largest producer of haricot beans, churning out nearly 4.8 million metric tons each year. That's not just farming, that's a global food supply chain at work. On Myanmar's sprawling sunny farms, these beans are planted in the spring and carefully nurtured with just the right amount of water. After 75 to 100 days, they're ready to harvest. Unlike green beans, haricot beans are left to dry naturally in their pods. This natural drying makes them easier to store, transport, and process later. By the 19th century, these beans had already earned the nickname navy beans because sailors relied on them as a protein-packed staple that kept them strong on long voyages. And protein isn't their only secret. They're also slow to digest, stabilizing blood sugar and keeping you full longer. 1 cup of cooked beans packs nearly 15 grams of protein, making them a plant-based powerhouse for muscle building and energy. Harvesting is no small task. Giant machines sweep across the fields, pulling the plants and separating the beans from the pods. Thousands of beans are collected in minutes, then carefully cleaned to remove dirt and debris. Every bean must be flawless, because even the smallest imperfection could ruin the final product. Next, they're blasted with air to clear away lighter impurities before being washed with fresh water. At this stage, they're plump, spotless, and ready to be partially cooked. But the magic really begins with the sauce. Juicy tomatoes are simmered into a rich paste, then blended with a secret mix of seasonings, paprika, mustard, garlic powder, and sometimes even a fiery touch of chili. The sauce is crafted to thicken as it cooks with the beans, creating that perfect balance, thick enough to cling to every bean, yet light enough to be comforting with every bite. Factories take 2 main approaches. Some pour the beans and sauce into massive vats, mixing them before canning, so each bean is evenly coated. Others fill cans with beans first, and then pour sauce over them. On an industrial scale, the mixed method is king. It's faster, more consistent, and allows factories to produce over 1,000 cans per minute without compromising on quality. Now, while beans might be the star of the plate, let's not forget their partner in crime, sausages. Sausages have been delighting taste buds for centuries, and the process behind them is just as fascinating. Inside the factory, fresh, boneless meat is ground down to perfection. Freezing the meat before processing isn't just for texture, it kills harmful parasites and bacteria, extending the sausage's shelf life and ensuring food safety. Spices, herbs, and sometimes even a kick of pepper are added to the mix. To keep the texture juicy, ice is blended into the meat during grinding. Then, eggs carefully separated and whisked by automated machines are folded in to create a smooth, lump-free blend. The mixture is piped into natural casings, washed and soaked beforehand to ensure flexibility and strength. One by one, sausages emerge, perfectly shaped and glistening, ready for their next transformation. But here's where it gets mouth-watering: smoking. Sausages are hung on rods to allow smoke and air to circulate evenly. Smoking infuses them with that unmistakable savory flavor while also preserving them naturally. The smoke contains compounds that prevent bacterial growth, meaning your sausages last longer without needing artificial additives. After smoking and drying, robotic systems cut and package them with precision, preparing them for markets worldwide. As if that wasn't enough to get your appetite roaring, let's take a turn towards something colder: popsicles. Bright, colorful, and refreshing, popsicles might seem simple, but behind every frozen treat is a blend of science, creativity, and even a bit of history. In fact, popsicles were invented by accident. Back in 1905, an 11-year-old boy named Frank Epperson left his soda outside on a cold night with a stirring stick still in it. By morning, it had frozen solid. One lick later, the popsicle was born, and the world gained a timeless summer icon. Factories today use high-tech machines to pour colorful liquid mixtures into twin molds, securing the sticks in place before sending them into blast freezers. Rapid freezing ensures minimal ice crystal formation, giving popsicles their smooth, consistent texture. And just when you thought it couldn't get better, along came creamsicles, popsicles with creamy ice cream centers, merging fruity freshness with velvety richness. Modern trends have also given popsicles a healthy makeover. Factories now use real fruit chunks and natural sweeteners instead of artificial flavors, aligning with consumer demand for mindful eating. The result? A snack that's refreshing, nostalgic, and a little better for you. They're not just fries. They're McDonald's fries, a global obsession, an icon, hidden world of how McDonald's creates the most famous fries on Earth, from the rich volcanic soils of the Pacific Northwest, all the way to your tray. It all starts with a humble yet special ingredient, the potato. But not just any kind. McDonald's demands millions of pounds of premium potatoes every year, and the champion of them all, the russet Burbank. Long, starchy, and with just the right moisture content, this variety is ideal for that crispy on the outside, fluffy on the inside magic. Its size allows for the long fries McDonald's is known for, and its structure ensures optimal oil absorption during frying. These prized potatoes are grown mostly in Idaho, Washington, and Oregon, regions known for nutrient-rich volcanic soil and cool, stable climates. The result? Potatoes that grow to ideal size and texture, nurtured by generations of farmers who know their soil as well as chefs know their recipes. Idaho alone produces over a third of America's potatoes, and many of those go straight to McDonald's. In early spring, farmers plant seed potatoes, not seeds, but actual potato chunks with eyes ready to sprout. They carefully prepare the soil with nutrients like nitrogen and potassium, and use crop rotation to keep the ground fertile. Water is key, and modern drip irrigation systems, encouraged by McDonald's, deliver water straight to the roots while conserving resources. Pest control is handled with sustainability in mind. Many farmers use integrated pest management, IPM, where beneficial insects eat the pests instead of relying solely on pesticides. By late summer or early fall, it's harvest time. Massive machines known as potato harvesters sweep through the fields, lifting the potatoes gently to avoid bruising. They're loaded into bins and transferred to storage warehouses, kept at optimal temperature and humidity. Spoiling or sprouting isn't an option. This is where the logistics magic begins. The potatoes are then transported in temperature-controlled trucks to McDonald's processing facilities. Every single batch is subjected to intense quality control. Cameras and sensors scan each potato. If it's too small, too damaged, or simply not up to standard, it's redirected for use in animal feed or other products. Waste is minimized, quality is not. Once approved, the potatoes are peeled using massive steam and abrasion-based machines. They're then sliced into fries with mind-blowing precision. Water jet technology, pressurized to thousands of psi, ensures each fry is the exact size needed. Uniformity matters, because every fry must cook evenly. Next comes blanching. Fries are quickly boiled to remove excess sugars and starch. This keeps them from turning too brown or cooking unevenly later. After blanching, they're cooled and head straight into the first fry. This partial fry is done in a carefully developed oil blend, typically a mix of canola, soybean, and hydrogenated oils. It's hot and fast, just enough to form a crispy outer layer. Then the fries are flash frozen. That rapid freezing locks in flavor and texture, preventing the formation of damaging ice crystals. From there they are packed in massive vacuum-sealed bags, labeled, and sent to cold storage. But the story isn't over. These frozen fries now embark on a meticulously coordinated distribution journey. Refrigerated trucks keep them perfectly frozen as they move to McDonald's restaurants around the world. Once there, they rest quietly in freezers, waiting for the final transformation. The last stage happens just moments before they land in your hands. When you order, the frozen fries are loaded into commercial fryers, set precisely at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. They cook for 3 to 4 minutes, enough to turn golden and develop that signature crisp. Timers and basket lifts ensure consistency, and once they're done, they're salted with a perfected formula that enhances flavor without overwhelming. You might think it's just salt, fat, and 260 milligrams of sodium, not a health food, but undeniably satisfying, and McDonald's has made strides in making them better. Trans fats are out. Healthier oils are in. AI-powered quality checks now aid in potato inspection, and even used frying oil is being recycled into biodiesel. From seed to fryer, every single McDonald's fry is the product of exact science, top-tier agriculture, and relentless consistency. That's why, decades later, these fries aren't just fast food, they're a worldwide phenomenon. So the next time you dip a McDonald's fry in ketchup, remember you're tasting more than just a potato. You're experiencing the result of decades of innovation, dedication, and culinary precision. Want to learn how more of your favorite foods are made? Let's start with pineapples. Ever wondered how factories handle these spiky giants? It begins with cleanliness. The pineapples go through a thorough wash using food-safe sanitizers, mainly chlorine, which wipes out bacteria, fungi, and viruses. Sometimes citric acid is added to balance the pH and boost the sanitizing effect. Once clean, the pineapples are placed on conveyor belts for a rapid dry before they meet a line of sharp blades ready to peel with surgical precision. A machine then removes the tough core, and skilled hands slice the fruit into various sizes according to market demand. But the process doesn't stop there. These sliced pieces take a quick dip, a gentle wash that maintains the texture, before they're air-dried using carefully controlled pressure. Why the obsession with dryness? Excess moisture is a silent destroyer. It weakens cell membranes, encourages browning, and accelerates spoilage. That's why drying is crucial to preserve freshness and maximize shelf life. Now here comes something cool, the fluffing technique. As the frozen pineapple chunks rotate through specialized machines, they separate from each other to avoid clumping.